Growing up on a farm in the prairies, it's like you help your neighbor, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's what the union is. They're doing the same thing.
The Public Service Alliance of Canada represents a membership that spans a diversity of sectors and employee groups. The membership is so expansive it is broken into 7 regions.
Sometimes there's a perception that in the prairies, we're farmers or we work for the oil patch, that, we all have the same political leanings. And that's just not the case. The prairies is so diverse. We have all kinds of industries. We have all kinds of movements coming out of the prairies that are progressive, that could impact the whole country, that could change the whole country.
Let's demystify the PSAC structure a little bit. Components are the organized units within the union and represent a large number of members from the same group. They deal with their own workplace issues. Separate employers are still part of a component, but members are not part of the federal government. They speak with their own members and negotiate directly. Directly chartered locals represent workers that are not in a component. They include locals from a variety of sectors. These groups work directly with PSAC instead of through a component. Together, these groups make up the approximately 29,000 members of the PSAC Prairies.
We used to have the national president and 4 national vice presidents. They were all in Ottawa. They were assigned different parts of the country, but they didn't live there. Now we have an REVP who has a council of members elected in specific jurisdictions to represent those members. The idea was that the leadership lives in that region, comes from that region, knows that region. When you have 3 provinces, when you have 3 provincial governments, when you have 3 federations of labor, and you have members in little communities all over, you have to really think about how you engage members to not leave anybody behind. We have a series of committees through all the regional offices. We have regional women's committees, we have young worker committees, we have human rights committees, and we have area councils. For members in the prairies, never be afraid to ask a question. Never be afraid to put forward an idea. Try things. Maybe you try one committee and it's not for you. Try something else. Sometimes you have to find where your passion is and what you want to do. There's always a place in our union for every member.
Get involved with PSAC Prairies.